Today we're playing a game called Hazy Mind. I don't really know what this game is about. All I do know is that it's one of those horror games, and I saw like it was like anime style, so like anime style games are cinema to me, so I'm gonna check those out whenever I possibly can. So we're gonna get into this, and this is just the start of me trying to upload as much as possible. I'm just gonna start throwing videos out there regardless of whether or not it's a game that I truly care about or if it's just a throwaway. I just want to get content out there because I've been slacking off these past couple of years. It's been fucking terrible. So we're just gonna start throwing shit out there and seeing what sticks, and hopefully you guys enjoy the content that I'm putting out. I will try to upload every day, if not every day, at least every other day, and we're just gonna try to get some shit done. So without further ado, let's get into Hazy Mind. My thoughts fragment my mind like shards of glass. I could feel each suicidal thought slicing me from within. I'm tired of battling with my own mind, with each day growing increasingly burdensome. Antidepressants are sleeping pills, and sleeping pills, my daily allies, will yet again become today's escape from this world. Internally, I'm screaming in pain, but the fear of what death might bring holds me back. Is it worth the fight, even when everything inside is pleading for surrender? Death seems like a relief, but what if it's just a different kind of pain? Thoughts spin in my head, my mind, but my heart keeps on beating. My hallucinations morph into terrifying creatures squirming in my mind like worms offering no peace. Fear paralyzes me, leaving me in the darkness with only my thoughts for company. A bottle of pills in my hands, my heart pounding in my chest, a terrifyingly real reminder of the life I wish to end. I understand how strongly emotions overwhelm me. I understand how long I have thought about this. But my brain continues to look for reasons not to do it. In the end, my self-hatred still wins. The pills feel as icy as snow, their coldness seeps through my skin, swiftly sweeping away the last remnants of doubt. Closing my eyes, I swallow them one by one. My mind starts to fog from the pills I've taken. A strange moment of silence ensues. It's as if the world has slowed its rotation, giving me time to reconcile with my fate. The sensation of the pills in my throat feels like a sharp blow to the back, a confirmation of the irreversible decision I've just made. The world starts to slowly fade away, as if someone is gradually turning down the brightness on the TV. My consciousness becomes foggy. Thoughts mingle, quickly turning into meaningless chaos. I hear my own breathing, its cycle getting quieter and less frequent. The last thing I feel is the heaviness of my eyelids, which close voluntarily. I surrender to lifeless yet soothing oblivion. Sleep. It comes like a wave, sweeping me into an impenetrable depth. I surrender without resistance. Suddenly, a glimmer sparks in the darkness, and I see a dream. The surrounding darkness starts morphing. Dreams within it stir stories, both frightening and familiar. There are scenes from my life, moments of both happiness and suffering. As each second passes, those images become more vivid, adopting shapes, colors, and sounds. Some of them are kind, reminding me of the times when I laughed, when I was happy. There are dreams that pierce me, reminding me of what led me here. I dive deeper and deeper into the dream. It's like a journey through my own soul. And suddenly, in this endless depth, I begin to see light. It's a warm, muted glow that beckons me from the darkness. I'm drawn to this light like a moth enticed by fire. And when I touch this light, I can feel it start to fill me, rousing from the dark sleep. My eyes open. I feel the solid surface of the bed comforting my body. My head is still foggy, but it no longer pains me the way it did before. My consciousness slowly returns. Something is off. Everything around looks unfamiliar, even though I know it's my space. Memories spin in my head like flashing images, but I can't piece them together into a coherent whole. It's a feeling of emptiness. As if a part of me is missing. Names, faces, moments, everything is plunged into a disorganized mess deemed unreachable for my mind. Finding it harder to breathe, my mind screams, seeking answers I don't have. Everything around starts to seem distant and insignificant. I'm lost at my own world. Realization sets in. I have forgotten everything, who I am, where I'm from. My existence is erased. I'm too scared to move, to breathe, because even these sensations feel new and alien. With each breath, I attempt to remember, but it only results in greater panic. The world around me begins to crumble like an abandoned building, ending as time passes. I sense that I am moving further away from myself within each passing second. Fear wraps around me, squeezing my heart, and I can't find an escape. Gravity feels doubled. My body fails to resist, falling back onto the bed. The moment my body touches the bed, there's an instant relief. It's an unexpected calm in the midst of chaos. I feel the warmth of a foreign hand slowly passing through my hair. Despite consciousness stirring again, the desire to leave the comfortable sanctuary of my bed has disappeared. However, in the end, I decide to find out who is so tenderly guarding my peace.
Hello. You've finally woken up.
Oh shit, what the fuck?
You must be feeling lost and confused right now, unsure of where you are and who I am.
Who the fuck is this?
Don't worry. I'm here to help you.
Oh. Help me. Help me.
I need to tell you something that might be hard for you to hear, but it's important that you know.
Okay, what is that?
This isn't the first time this has happened. You've woken up with no memory before.
Okay.
Every night, your memory is reset. You cannot remember yesterday or any day before that.
Okay.
After a failed suicide attempt, you went through a lot of stress, and that's why you can't remember things.
Oh, okay. Who are you?
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. My apologies. My name is Marana. Your mom hired me to look after you, as every night you wake up, oblivious to the world around you.
Hello, Marana.
My role is to be a beacon in the early hours, to help you navigate through the confusion. Of course, I am also here to assist you in regaining your memory. By the way, my duty is to provide you with a guide on what to do when I'm not around, and where to find essential items you might need. Here, this is the guide. As you can see, it's a bit worn out since you've used it prior.
Aid kit in your cabinet, kitchen, straight down the corridor and to take a left, it looks like. I think. Fuck. Emergency, call 911, phone is on the table. Address, City Arc, Boldiv Street 4.
In case of emergencies, the first aid kit is in your cabinet, the very bottom. You'll instantly recognize it. It looks like a typical first aid kit. Just to be on the safe side, I've sketched a picture of it here in the guide, so you can be sure you found the right box. To get to the kitchen, you will need to leave your room, walk straight down the corridor, then take a left.
It wasn't
That's
left.
where you'll find the kitchen.
Yo. Who is this voice actress? Her shit is heavenly.
If something happens to either of us, dial 911. That's the number for emergency services. Your phone is on the table. The phone is switched on and fully charged. You've always had a knack for figuring out how to use it, so I'm sure you won't have any issues there. What else was there? I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Bro.
Oh, right.
Who is this
If you
voice
have to call
actress?
an ambulance, you'll need to know your address. It's 4 Buddiv Street, Arc City.
Buddiv.
It might be a bit challenging to remember right now, so I understand. However, everything I have just told you is written down on this note. Please, keep it safe and always have it with you, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Holy shit. Hey.
Great. You're doing very well.
What is happening?
Now, to add a little joy to the moment, I've prepared something special for you. I cooked your all-time favorite dish, toast with egg.
The goat. Absolute goat.
It's important
This shit
to
is
fuel your
gas,
body.
bro.
After eating, I can give you a tour around your room and help you discover more about your life that's been temporarily forgotten.
Brother, this meal right here in the morning, egg on top of toast, is legit goated. Like, it's not beatable. Like, it's not even like, you can't even argue how good that shit is. That shit is gas. Like actual gas.
So don't rush yourself. Eat at your own pace. I'll be here. Well, since you're done with your meal, we have one more thing to do. You'll need to take these pills.
Oh shit.
They're antidepressants. They've been prescribed by a doctor to keep any panic attacks at bay.
Oh shit.
Without them, things could become difficult, and I don't want that for you. I don't want to appear as if I'm forcing you to take some strange pills, especially if you are uncomfortable. That is not my intention. While it's a condition for me to be able to show you the room, the decision is completely yours. Just so you know, regardless of your choice, I will still guide you around the room. And I understand if you choose not to take them. Will you take these pills or not?
I will take these pills.
I had faith you would make the right choice. You'll need to take 2 pills to ensure everything goes smoothly.
Wait, hold on.
It might sound a bit daunting, taking 2 instead of 1, but trust me on this.
Why am I trusting you on this?
Nothing adverse will happen. Here, these are the pills.
The fuck is happening?
Just take them with water and let them do their job. I've noticed a shift in your gaze. Are you feeling all right?
What is happening?
Please, you must tell me. If the antidepressants are affecting you adversely, it's better to stop taking them.
I can't do anything else. I am all right.
Okay then. The next thing we need to do is explore your room. However, I see that it will be difficult for you to get up, and you'll certainly need my assistance. Give me your hand so I can help you rise. I understand that you are curious and have many questions. Let's do a question and answer session before we check out your room.
What in the fuck is her hand? This is not a real person. What is this?
Choose your questions carefully, because I won't answer them a second time. Of course, you can save and revisit these questions, but where's the thrill in that? Trust your initial instinct. That's my advice. So, what do you want to know?
Where is my mom? Where is my mom? That's a terrible fucking question. Why did I decide to attempt suicide?
Well, I can't tell you straight away.
What the fuck?
I can't say I fully understand you in this regard. You have a loving mother, your own room. I believe you should have valued this more.
Okay.
You even had friends and popularity. In some ways, you were fortunate in life.
Okay.
But you weren't lucky, in that you liked to suffer, leading you to your illness.
I like to suffer? Is that what bro just said to me?
However, that's just my opinion. Sorry, you can only come to understand the reasons for your actions by going through your diary.
Oh, okay.
Only then will you better understand yourself. Right now, we are in the question phase, and soon we'll move to the room inspection, and then you will find out everything about yourself.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Do you have any other questions?
At the end, will I just fall asleep and everything will repeat?
You probably wanted to ask how it all used to end. At the end, you just fall asleep again. So we'll spend the whole day here, and by lunchtime, you'll sleep.
Lunchtime?
When you wake up, you will again remember nothing, but progress is made each time. Your psychiatrist says that it will end as soon as you come to terms with your past. Do you have any other questions?
Why do you look so strange? How can I remember everything forever? Okay. This is a tough question because I am curious about what in the fuck is going on with her hands. Like, I'm actually like really put off by her hands. Like, her hands are making me tweak. But at the same time, wait, no, but she just told me I'll remember everything forever once I accept my pat. I have to go with this one.
I'm not even sure whether to take that as a compliment or not. If, in your understanding, strange means unconventional, then I am actually quite impressed. I always want to make an intriguing impression.
It's more than intriguing.
Not a pleasant one, but an interesting one. Because to leave a pleasant impression on people, you often have to just nod along with them.
Okay, but can you explain your hands?
You're probably wondering about my makeup, right?
I'm wondering about the hands.
I love to experiment with my face and try out different looks. So far, this is my favorite.
But the hands.
You should enjoy life and do what you like without worrying what others think.
What is this music? The hands, brother.
Want to wear weird makeup? Go for it. Want to wear odd gloves? Put them on. Yes, people might...
Oh, they're gloves?
And yes, they might judge, but so what?
They're gloves?
People who pass you by won't remember you in 10 minutes. And I won't stress about it. Those unfortunate 2 minutes of judgment can be endured. It's true what they say. People love to talk about themselves. Sorry. Do you have any other questions?
Triangles? What happened to your hands?
For now, unfortunately, I can't answer that question. It's personal. All I can say is that it was an unfortunate accident. That's all you can know.
What unfortunate accident turns your hands into some demon shit? Can you explain that to me? Because I'm gonna need that explained.
All right, that's enough questions.
What in the fuck?
Let's move on to inspecting the room.
I don't give a shit about the room, gang.
Well, I'll step back now, and you can hover the cursor and click on the items that interest you. I should start by saying that all information I'll share comes from your mother.
Okay.
This is your laptop. You enjoyed listening to audiobooks and playing games.
Oh, she a real one. She just like me for real.
The laptop for your studies.
Hmm.
You even made friends online to play games with.
Hmm.
This laptop is like an extension of you. You practically spent all your time on it.
Hmm.
As soon as you left school.
Wait, what? What in the fuck is that? No, wait, how is this the main menu? Oh, that's creepy.
Apparently, you were attempting to isolate yourself from reality and its consequences.
Okay.
But soon after, you grew tired of it and stopped playing video games.
She not like me. I'll never stop playing video games. I love video games too much to stop. This shit is too fun.
I'm not sure if it was a good or bad decision, but it definitely changed your life a bit.
It's a bad decision. Objectively bad.
By the way, you can look into your laptop and see what's there. Want to check?
Yeah, I do.
Well then, take a seat in the chair and you can take a look.
I sat down in the chair and opened my laptop. What in the fuck am I looking at? Did I really set this horrific picture as my wallpaper? It looks a bit scary. There are also some files on it. They don't have names, but I should hover over them and click on the ones that interest me. What's this? Round 1. Oh! It's a game! Wait, what's happening right now? Wait, this shit hard! This shit hard! Okay, now I'm cooking. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Yeah, I'm cooking. Wait, what? Did I finish it? Oh, we did it. Woohoo! We fucking did it. I'm actually I'm a real gamer. Why did we just get sad all of a sudden? It looks like some social network is there. There was no internet on the laptop, so I cannot search for something. But in this social network, I have only one chat with the one person named Io. I started reading our messages. Io, why are you threatening me like this? I just don't want to have anything to do with you. But why? What did I do wrong? Tell me, I will correct it. You are too pushy towards me. Even now, you're willing to embarrass yourself just to talk to me. That's low. You should value yourself more. But you're my only real friend. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I'm the one who should be apologizing, so please forgive me. I hope you find a better friend than me. Why does everything have to be so complicated? How can I fully understand you? Why are humans' emotions and feelings so complex? I don't understand. I just want to be friends with you like before. We were never friends. I just talked to you out of pity and used you. I'm a terrible person. You just dreamed of a friend to talk with, play with, and share jokes with. That's your ideal, right? And you projected it onto me. But I don't really want to talk to you. I'm not really interested in everything you send or share. I'm not even interested in how you're doing. I asked out of politeness, although I don't even remember the last time I did. I've been silent about this for so many years, and finally I could speak out. This feeling is priceless. I'm just as insecure as you, which is why I can't tell you all this right away. It's a pity I'm saying this so late, but it's better late than never. You would continue to live a lie, and in a colorful world where I'm your best friend, where internet friends will definitely meet, and where everyone cares about each other. What kind of magical world is that? You know what else? Your childish behavior really annoyed me. You often got upset when I ignored you. Don't you understand that sometimes people find it hard to gather their thoughts and respond? You acted like a child, as if everyone owes you something. No, they don't. You owe it to yourself. You need to be your own friend. No one else will help you grow up and stop being such a selfish child. That's why you're better off without me. This is my last message, after which I'm deleting my account. Goodbye. Sorry. What the fuck just happened? Whoa, 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 whoa. And then we go into this sad ass piano. What's happening? Bro, that whole conversation sounded like some oh my god, bro, that I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless. I'm not even gonna hold you. That exact conversation happened to me a long time ago, bro. That exact conversation, word for word, bar for bar, happened to me. What in the fuck? In New Arcadia, a vast city, there was a unique job held by a man named Icarus Finch. He was known as the architect of memories, crafting and molding memories into real-like experiences for people seeking more than their everyday life. Icarus's small studio, high in an old building, was filled with jars of shimmering essences, echoes of laughter, sorrow, and joy. Many visited him, each longing for memories they missed or never had. One rainy night, a ballet dancer named Elara came to Icarus. Her life was a series of rehearsals and brief shows, her movements in a display of disciplined grace. But her eyelids held uncried tears. She wanted to remember something different, a deep personal love, not the fleeting praise she was used to. Icarus, calm and thoughtful, agreed to help but warned her. He said that sometimes our hearts want what only real life can give. And Lara, desperate, agreed. For days, Icarus worked hard. He created a memory of true love for Elara, full of first glances, touches, and whispered words in the quiet night. He made a memory where Elara danced not for an audience, but for someone who loved her deeply. When the time came, Elara experienced this memory. She found herself on a starry balcony, dancing with a blurred figure, feeling a love that filled her. She woke up joyful, thanking Icarus for letting her feel love. Icarus, a bit sad, told her this was just a shadow of real love. He knew that true love was something to be discovered and experienced, not made. Laura left, her heart touched by this experience, but soon the memory faded. She realized that real love couldn't be made or remembered, it had to be found and nurtured. So, Laura changed her routine life. She explored New Arcadia, making real connections and finding joy in simple moments. And then, in a quiet cafe, she met someone. This time, the spark between them was real, starting a flame no crafted memory could match. Icarus stayed in his studio creating dreams. He knew some things, like love, were too wild and real for even him to make. They belonged to life, waiting for those brave enough to seek them. In the future, cities float in the sky and people can reach the stars. There was a robot named Alos, the last of his kind. He was special because he could understand and show human feelings, made to connect people and machines. Alos lived in a big empty city that people had left to live among the stars. He walked around the tall buildings and quiet streets, remembering the humans who created him. He saw their happy and sad times in his memories. Alos often wondered if he could really feel things or if he was just copying what he saw. One day, as the sun was setting, Alos found an old teddy bear. It was old and worn out, but Alos liked it a lot. He called it Tim and always took it with him like a friend. Years passed and Alos started to break down. He moved slowly and didn't work as well, but he kept hoping people would come back. One night, Alos stopped working near a fountain under the stars. He understood something important. Feelings connect everyone, whether they are real or not, and they are a part of everything. Holding Tim, Alos stopped working with a peaceful smile. He wasn't sure if his feelings were real, but he felt calm and connected to the humans he never met, but knew from memories. The city stayed quiet, a reminder of the past, but Alos' story stayed, showing how everyone looks for connection and tries to understand their feelings. Dog, what is going on? In a big city, there was a small old bookstore hidden between huge buildings. This was Julian's special place. He loved books, and he looked after the bookstore. He had lots of stories to tell, but his own story hadn't happened yet. Then, one rainy Tuesday, everything changed. A girl named Amelia came into the store. She had eyes like the storm outside and a mysterious smile. She wanted a book from the top shelf, a book Julian didn't even know existed. When he got the book for her, their hands touched for a second, and it felt like a new story was starting. As Amelia kept visiting the bookstore, she and Julian got closer. They talked quietly among the old books, laughed together, and shared secrets. Julian started to fall in love with her. But Amelia always seemed a bit sad. Julian could see it in her smile and her eyes. He didn't ask why, because he didn't want to ruin what they had. One day, as the sun was setting, Amelia looked really sad. She told Julian something hard to hear. "I'm sick," she said, "and there's no cure. I came here to get away from it all, to be in stories where everything ends happily and love lasts forever." After that, everything changed. Time, which once made their love grow, now felt like it was running out. Julian wanted to make every moment count. They spent all their time together, making their love story stronger, even though they knew it would have to end. One cold day, when the leaves were gone, Amelia passed away. Julian was with her, holding her hand. The room was very quiet, like when you finish a really good book. After Amelia was gone, the bookstore felt different to Julian. It was full of memories of her. He kept looking after the books, but he was never the same. The top shelf, where Amelia's book was, got dusty. It was like a reminder of the girl who had changed his life. Now, in the quiet corners of the bookstore, if you listen carefully, it feels like their love story is still there. Julian talks to Amelia's memory, telling her stories. Their love lives on in the quiet moments in the bookstore.
Well, do you have some questions about your laptop?
Oh my god!
Yes, you really did. As you can see, not every story has a happy ending. But you're always trying to make stories with happy endings, like those in movies. I think the story with the ballet dancer shouldn't have ended like that. That ending was so stupid. Like, what? Why? The story could have ended when Alara realizes the memories are fading, and she's not happy anymore. The part about her finding a new love interest is so far-fetched.
Why is she hating? Why the fuck is she hating? She a big hater.
But the other stories? I really enjoyed them. You're a good writer, I think.
You enjoyed them because them shits ended off sad. You didn't. What the fuck? The only happy ending one is the one you were mad at.
Oh, no. I just confessed to looking at your laptop. Sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm just a bit tired from work, and when you sleep, I read those stories. Or I go to internet forums. They're funny, I think. Sorry, again. But since you don't have much information on your laptop anyway, it's not a problem at all.
So then why the fuck are you apologizing if you don't think it's a what is happening?
You can continue looking around the room.
Dog, I just got fucking bamboozled. What? That just broke my mind. All those stories just hurt my heart, dog.
This is a poster of a rock band you liked as a child. You know, you used to buy these posters and stick them up, but later on you thought it was a bad decision. At least this poster still hangs here, reminding you of your childhood and how you were a huge fan of this band. I think removing the poster is not a good idea. It would take off the wallpaper as well, ruining the look of your apartment.
How old am I? How old is this girl?
Continue looking around the room.
Okay. What else can I look at? Not this book. What is this?
Another poster, but this one you bought when you were a bit older. You were a fan of anime, it seems?
Go.
But since you were a child, you mostly watched romance.
Hey, she's so fucking real for that.
I understand you. I was the same. Only later do you realize that such things don't happen in real life.
Okay, she's a hater. I don't like this shit.
Do they? Maybe it just hasn't happened to you yet.
Okay, never mind. She's back in my good graces. Mommy, let's fucking go.
Anything can happen in the future, right?
Oh my god.
But that's not really important. Later, you regretted buying the poster, but you can't take it down because it would ruin the wallpapers. This is the coziest place on the planet.
Facts.
Oh god, if it were up to me, I would sleep in bed all my life. I know it's not much different from death, but I love dreaming, so death is not an option. Though who knows? Maybe we really do dream after we die. Think about it. But let's not talk about me, right? It's about you. This is the bed you sleep in. Usually, you just lie there and stare at the ceiling. As a child, it seemed you had fun glow-in-the-dark stickers that you would gaze at for a long time when you couldn't sleep.
Okay. And what's this?
This is the plant your mom gave you for your birthday. It's surprising it's still alive after so long. Just kidding. It's really because you've always taken such good care of it. Good job. Lately, with your health troubles, it's your mom who's been looking after it mostly.
Okay, I'm not even gonna hold you. When she said good job, that kind of fucked me up a little bit. That did something to me. Okay, what else can I look at? Oh, I could look at the book. Why couldn't I click on this shit?
This is your diary, the most important thing you have. And reading it might take some time. But since you've clicked on it, you definitely need to read it. I won't disturb you during this time. Read at your own pace. If you want to share your emotions after reading, I'll be glad to listen.
Oh no. I saw Miranda sit down on the chair next to my table and close her eyes. Apparently with such a job, she gets very little sleep. I carefully picked up the diary and sat on the bed. It looked like a regular book. It didn't have all that many pages, but the book still seemed thick. Perhaps because I had read it so many times, the book had become slightly misshapen, adding to its thickness. I don't know what awaits inside, and the atmosphere starts to get tense. Overcoming my anxiety, I finally opened the diary's first page and began to read. 22:08, August 22nd, 2017. Hello. I decided to start a diary because Rhea told me it helps understand oneself and improves relationships with others. Basically, she seemed to be promoting it to me, so I bought a notebook and will try to write down everything happening in my life. Honestly, I don't think this will last long since I'm not a very consistent person. I can't do the same thing every day, but we'll see. Maybe it'll work out. It's hard for me to write. I don't even know what to write about. What did I do today? Went to school, talked with friends, came home, did my homework, and now I'm just sitting at home. My mom's not home as usual, and I have nothing to do. Well, technically I have a lot I could do. Like self-improve, prepare more for my lessons, play computer games, but I prefer to lie on the bed and stare at the ceiling. Oh my god, that neck crack was incredible. I don't know if everyone is as lazy as me, or what is called procrastination, I think. Not sure about the spelling. When you can become anyone in this world, work hard, live your passion, but you choose to just lie on the bed. I think in the future I will read my diary and might not understand, maybe even blame myself for something. But I'm tired. Yes, I have many friends at school, I can get good grades, and I even hang out with friends outside. I always smile and joke around them, trying to stay positive, yet when I come home I feel sadness and loneliness. Nothing seems to help, not video games, not studying, not even food. Maybe I'm just not in the mood. Honestly, thank you, diary. I feel like I've vented to someone, like crying on a shoulder. I feel a bit better. But not getting an answer back is hard. It's like talking to a wall. Maybe I don't need a reply? Your purpose might be to be there for anyone who wants to share something privately, but is afraid to. Anyway, I'll go now. September 4th, 2017, that's my birthday. That's actually when I turned 20 years old. Damn, I'm old. Hello again, diary. It's been 2 days since school started. These days were normal. Rhea and I sat together. Rhea and I sat together, joked during breaks, and had lunch together. Today I brought her the cookies I baked at home, and she shared a tasty salad with me. She loved the cookies. Rhea is genuinely a kind person. We have a lot in common, but she's not into video games. She prefers studying, and she's really dedicated. I don't have that drive, even though I get the same grades as her. I feel like schools just prepares us to be perfect workers. It's like, do this, do that, don't question things. Or else you'll get the lowest mark, or in a job setting, you might get fired. September 13th, 2017. Hello, diary. Recently, our class was asked to write an essay about friendship. I spent a long time thinking about what to write. I have many friends, but what does this essay really want from me? Should I worry more about what the teacher thinks rather than what I truly feel? It's so absurd. At first, I wrote an essay expressing my real opinion that friends are just a way to avoid feeling lonely. After rereading it, I realized the teacher wouldn't like it. I tried to write something that would get me a good grade, but the problem was I sat with that paper for over an hour and couldn't think of anything. I decided not to submit the essay and got the lowest mark. I chose not to tell my mom about it, and she doesn't seem to care much about me anyway. If I had submitted the essay with my honest feelings, they might have sent me to a psychiatrist or even suspended me from school. That's life. October 18th, 2017. Damn, that's a big ass skip. Hello again. Sorry for not writing for so long. Nothing new happened. As usual, I hung out with Rhea, played video games, slept, and of course, went to school. Something happened recently that threw me off. As I mentioned, I have many friends, including guys, and mostly play video games with them. And recently, one of the guys confessed his feelings to me. Diary, you can't imagine my surprise. I mean, I've seen some girls flirting with guys and vice versa, but I always set boundaries and no one ever flirted with me. I never cared about such things and never even thought about it. But for the first time in my life, someone confessed to me. He just said it, honestly and openly, feeling it wasn't fair to keep it a secret from me and wanted an honest answer. I don't know how to respond to him because I don't feel that strong love described in movies or books. Still, I'm really flustered by all of this. I'm even embarrassed to write to you about it because I'm usually so down when I talk to you, but now I'm smiling as I write this. It feels so unusual. November 2nd, 2017. Hello again. I remember the last time I wrote to you about the guy who confessed to me. Well, we are seeing each other now. Fucking yes! Let's fucking go. It's not like we're officially together and act like a couple. We're just hanging out and getting to know each other. Now that's bullshit. Y'all are dating. Let's fucking go. Through this time, I realized I like him. I'm not really worried. I'm now really worried about what will happen next since he hasn't asked me about my feelings yet. But if he does, I'll be so embarrassed. All of this is overwhelming me. Lately, I seem happier and even started turning down Ria's offers to hang out. She's quite puzzled because I haven't told her who I've been spending time with, but I think she suspects I have a boyfriend. She even started teasing me about it. To be honest, I'm a bit scared. Soon, we'll be applying to colleges, choosing our dream professions, or staying in school for 2 more years. I think I'm not very sure about what I want to do, so I'll stay in school for another 2 years. Wait, what? What does that mean? Thoughts of the future upset me. I don't want to think about it. I've got a strange feeling that something's wrong with me. I love to draw, especially different creatures. For instance, I recently drew a chubby black cat during class. No, bring back the happy. My imagination can run wild sometimes. But in class, believe it or not, I thought I saw that exact cat I drew walk into our room looking so real. I instantly knew it wasn't real and laughed it off, blaming it on being tired from school. But deep down, I'm worried and scared. I know mental health issues can be inherited. I had a grandfather who took his own life. My mom often spoke of him, remembering him as a great man, and cried for him. She said he lost his mind after my grandmother's death. I'll never meet him, though I wish I could talk to him. It's a pity. I don't romanticize mental health disorders like movies do. I think it's not normal and should be treated otherwise. People can completely lose their minds. Anyway, that's the weird situation I experienced. No, bro, bring back the happy. November 21st, 2017. Hello, diary. Oh, fuck. Life goes on as usual, but I want to vent. Maybe even cry a little. I think something terrible is happening to me and I'm too scared to tell my mom even though I know I should. I don't want to become like some movie psychopath or schizophrenic. I hate the idea. Only fools romanticize that, as these are scary diseases and people do horrible things when they suffer from them. I recently read a story about a woman who killed her own kids overnight because she was schizophrenic. From what I understand about this illness, you see creatures or places that aren't real just in your mind. That's been my feeling lately. I've started seeing weird creatures, especially when I'm bored. Like during classes, I see them often and it's hard to get rid of them unless I distract myself. I know I should tell my mom, but I'm terrified of being diagnosed or accepting that I might never be able to live normally in society. That would be like death to me since I'm no longer be ordinary. I'm still thinking about it. I'll write more if there are any updates. December 17th, 2017. I did it. I told my mom today. It was hard and seeing her reaction was painful. The look in her eyes and her expression said it all. She might see me as a monster. Or maybe she doesn't believe me and she thinks it's just a teenage prank. I don't know. It took a lot of time and effort to get it out and find the right moment. I don't know what to do next. This is the first page I've cried on. Sorry. It's just very hard for me. I want to tell others, but people might avoid me. No one wants to be around someone like me. I'm sure of it. I might go mad and hurt them or myself. Who knows what other horrible things might happen. So I'll keep quiet until the end. For now, my mom and I have scheduled an appointment with a psychiatrist she knows. I don't know my diagnosis yet. I'm just fearing the worst. Life's been tough, especially when things are finally starting to get better. I've been in a relationship with a boy. My relationships with my friends are better than ever, and my school grades are good. Okay, diary, I'll write when I have the strength. Bye. Day after Christmas. Schizophrenia. It's hereditary. I got it from my grandfather. I've been removed from school, but my mom arranged for me to be treated at home because the quality of the mental institutions is terrible. I didn't say goodbye to Rhea, it was too hard. They'll probably tell her I transferred schools and moved away. I haven't talked to my boyfriend since my last diary entry. In fact, I've been ignoring him. I know I'm being horrible to them, but maybe it's better they never knew me. It hurts me to do this. I cry every night. Sometimes we need to be cruel so that people can get disappointed, move on, and forget about us. I'm hurting them and myself. But their pain will pass, they'll move on, find someone else, and I want to believe they'll be okay. Things will never be okay for me again. Not because of my mood, but because of the illness. No one knows how to cure it, and no pills will help. Hallucinations will become more and more real, scarier and scarier, and there will be more of them. I don't want to think about it, it's too terrifying. Since I left school, I'll have to study at home and focus on self-education. Starting the new year, my life will change entirely. New Year's is coming soon, but unsurprisingly, I'm not in the mood. I think I made the right decision by distancing myself from everyone. Take my boyfriend, for instance, our relationship would never have worked out. It's not because I'm bad or can't act normally, I'm not crazy. But relationships have goals like starting a family. I look ahead and I don't want my children to experience what I'm going through now. It's better for both Rhea and him to move on in life. I'm getting incredibly bored these days since I'm not attending school, so I entertain myself by imagining various creatures. Of course, I could play video games all day, but I'm tired of that. When you're free to do anything, it's hard to enjoy things you once found pleasant after some time. New Year. The new year has already passed. Mom and I celebrated it together. Dad didn't even call, let alone visit. Honestly speaking, I'm not mad at Dad, but my mom is very angry with him and doesn't want to see him. He found a new family and left us. It's not that he found a family, he just found some young girl, a student. I understand that my mom is very disgusted by this and that he left us for his own pleasure, but I think she needs to move on in life. By that, I mean find a new man who will love her and move on. The only problem is my presence. I completely ruined that possibility. Yeah, my mom loves me very much despite this and works hard for my sake, but what's the point of all this when I don't have a future? That's why I think it would have been better if I didn't exist. Ah, shit. I don't want to write this hello diary anymore because I see no point. Honestly, I see no point in writing here either. I feel so bad that the only thing I can do is draw to distract myself from everything. The hallucinations are getting scarier, but I'm used to them. Sometimes I hear voices, but they're more like noise. My psychiatrist prescribed me antidepressants and antipsychotics, but she noted that they might have side effects. On top of that, I can't sleep at night, so I've also been prescribed some sleeping pills. But one sleeping pill usually doesn't help, so I take 2, and now it seems I've consumed these damn pills instead of food, which aren't helping. I mean, they cost a lot of money and my mom stays late at work more often. She changed shifts and I barely see her now. I feel terrible because I feel that these voices will become more than just noise and I'll start listening to them. I don't want that. I don't want anything. Oh fuck. Well, hello, diary. Yes, I wrote earlier that I wouldn't write like this, but who cares? I drew some works and will paste them into you now. I hope you like it. Okay, that one's not that bad. Stay positive. All right, cool. We're cooking. How does she draw this person? Wait, is this Marana? Looks a lot like her. Was I familiar with her before? Why didn't she tell me about it? Or even then, was she with me because my mom couldn't be? But why didn't I write about this event in the diary? I looked in her direction. She was still asleep right where she was. I need to ask her about it after I finish reading everything. I opened the diary again and continue reading. Today I had a fight with my mom. She called me a mistake, said I do nothing and that I'm a burden, and called me stupid. I understand she said it out of emotion, but she was telling the truth and only the truth. I have no friends, no job prospects with such a diagnosis, and all I do is take pills that cost an incredible amount of money and I don't even help. I can't even talk to anyone. I can't tell strangers on the internet about my diagnosis. It would look like I want pity. I just want to confide in someone, cry on someone's shoulder. But what's the point? If I cry, everything will suddenly become good? No. Nothing can help me now, and I need to accept that. At least Ria was right to suggest I keep a diary. Thank you, Ria. Without the diary, I would have killed myself a long time ago. Okay, that was a month jump. Hello and goodbye at the same time, diary. I decided to overdose on all the pills prescribed to me. What the fuck? I see no point in living and trying. I don't want any of this. Fear gripped me and I felt goosebumps. On this exact date, I decided to end my life. I fully understand my actions. Even now, it's hard to imagine what I've been through. These hallucinations probably push me to the decision. No matter how hard I try, there's no helping me. Not in any way. Okay, that should not be the main focus right now. What's important to me now is to find out who she really is and how her drawing could have been in my diary. I close the diary and approach Marana. She ignores me and doesn't wake up. I felt goosebumps again. I couldn't breathe. I'm really scared to touch her. I don't know. I'm very afraid. I can't see her face while she's still sleeping. It was covered by her hair, but I had no other choice. I gathered courage and touched her. She quickly grabbed my hands with her terrifying black hands. I still couldn't see her face. I tried hard to break free from her grasp, but these attempts are unsuccessful. Visions start in my eyes. I begin to see weird monsters laughing at me. Their voices echo loudly in my head and I can't say anything. Marana starts squeezing my hand tighter.
Oh my god, how can someone be so stupid? I just can't anymore. Where is your intelligence? How can someone be like that? Haven't you tried thinking? I am not real, and even a fool would understand that, right? Even someone who hit their head 100 times could figure that out. But the nonsense in the diary that you made up, do you really believe all that? I understand it's a very sad story, but even this sad story is made up by you. Why invent such a tragic story for yourself? For a friend and a boyfriend? You hate the truth, don't you? Well, think about it again. Truth is, you never had any friends. You didn't have a Ria or a boyfriend either. You made them up. Just like you made me up. Practically everything you wrote in the diary is not true, but fiction. Think about it again. You write in your diary about how your boyfriend and your friend ignored the fact that you suddenly disappeared.
Hold. Time out. Sound down. Music down. I need voice volume to be the primary focus here. Whoa.
What nonsense is that? Think if you really had friends and a boyfriend, they wouldn't know where you live? That sounds illogical. Very illogical. Damn it, illogical. Do you really think they wouldn't visit you if you suddenly disappeared? Something like, oh, my best friend disappeared without telling me anything, and I'll just do absolutely nothing.
Well, how was I supposed to know? Bro, she barely writes in her fucking diary.
Or, yes, I love her, but she disappeared and I'll just accept it. That sounds stupid.
Bro, she wrote schizophrenia in her diary. How am I supposed to know if any of this shit is actually, like, how can I account for this? You know what I'm saying?
Don't tell me you actually believe they would continue their lives with your disappearance.
Well, yeah, that happens all the time. Like, I've disappeared from friends' lives before. Their lives continue. They don't think about me.
Even considering that you're in school and you are practically children who can't do anything in this situation, your friends or your boyfriend wouldn't abandon you.
Okay, great, but why are you being so rude right now? Even if you're made
They
up.
would try to find you. Something might have happened to you. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, all of this is just your imagination. No one is going to look for you. In reality, you're just a lonely girl with schizophrenia and a bunch of psychological disorders who doesn't leave her home. You've had this illness since childhood. You didn't go to kindergarten or school because of it, and your mom kept you at home. You hardly saw the sunlight in your life. Not that it's her fault. She was scared to let you out among people because you always acted strangely, and other children always laughed at you and bullied you. Your father left your family not because of some student he found, but because of you, and you know it. It's all because of you. You've gotten too caught up in your own play. I'm tired of being in it. I'm leaving. Stay by yourself and enjoy the solitude, since you love to suffer, right?
Marana got up and left, slamming the door loudly behind her. She appeared upset, even though she was also angry. I'm somewhat confused by what she said. It doesn't fully register in my mind. Should I go after her? Yes, go after her. What the fuck? Suddenly, I spotted a strange creature on my bed, looking at me with its peculiar eyes. Are you leaving already? What in the fuck is happening? Everyone leaves. I'm not surprised. You're not an exception. Fine, I release you. Go on. Just be careful, okay? A strange yet unexpectedly charming monster, but I'm off to follow Marana. I'll return to this creature later. I need to press on the door to catch up with her. I see a corridor, a long corridor, and directly opposite my room, another room. It's wedged open with various linens. That's odd, but maybe Marana went in there. At some point I became fearless and pushed the door open. What the fuck? Yo! I don't think there are words to describe what I felt at that moment. I was dumbfounded. The smell was revolting, and out of horror, I covered my face with my sweater. I don't understand. Who is this? What is this? Suddenly, I hear the sound of grinding teeth coming from behind me and sense something approaching.
Why are you so afraid, darling? Can't even turn your head. Am I that terrifying to you? You're insulting me with this kind of behavior. If you don't turn around in 10 seconds, I will kill you. I am counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good girl. I thought that you were really stupid, but I see some progress. Oh, well, well. Who do I see? A little girl, lost in her own mind. Did you get lost, dear? It must have been very scary to see what you saw. I understand you like no one else. It's okay. Sooner or later, this was bound to happen.
What happened?
What you see is your mother, or rather, what's left of her. Ah, yes. Who did this to her, you ask, right? You did. You did this.
You're not real.
Well, you just said something quite obvious. Indeed, I'm not real. But to you, I am real. I'm your consciousness that has taken this form.
Nah, you're lying. You're lying.
Believe it or not.
You're lying.
I don't need your trust.
You're lying.
It's worthless.
You're lying.
You're a sick person who should kill yourself.
Oh.
It's all your fault. Your fault that your mother has been decomposing for a week under her bed.
A week?
If it weren't for you, she would be alive. And you, a criminal who deserves nothing but jail. But personally, I think it's better to kill yourself than to live a life like yours. Don't you think? Ah, wait. Your look. I know what it says. You don't just disbelieve me. You want to see evidence. Well, you could have said so straight away. I will gladly show and tell you everything in detail. In the smallest details.
What am I about to witness? I'm about to witness something horrible.
It was a regular evening, and you had a fight with your mom. You had been arguing quite a bit lately, mostly about trivial things, and it no longer surprised you. You had gotten used to it.
Okay, we're fine.
But at some point, your mom began to lose her mind with anger towards you. She got so angry that she started hurling terrible insults at you. She kept repeating one word. Wretch. Perhaps she said more, but all you could hear was the echoing word. Wretch. Let's talk more about how exactly you killed her. You don't remember? No? Look, do you see the broken vase on the floor? With that vase still filled with flowers, you tried to kill her as she turned toward the window. Honestly, you hesitated at first, but after grabbing the huge vase and hearing her insult you, you seemed to get a taste for it. I was telling you to do it at that moment. You know, to add a bit of courage, since you were always too timid to take bold actions.
I'm actually like stumped.
After mustering a great deal of courage, you took a last breath before... Boom! Your mom had no opportunity to grasp what happened. But you missed when you threw the vase.
Fuck.
Like I said, you're not good at this. But wait, what happened next? Your mom looked at you, not fully comprehending what you just did. Scared, you ran to the kitchen. Or maybe you wanted to run away from home. I'm not sure. Your mom chased after you, not understanding what was happening. You're in the kitchen. Your mom's in the kitchen. But there's a difference. You're standing next to a branded, huge, sharpened knife, which you take in your hand. And you point it at your mother. Your mother, naturally, is in total shock. She tells you, don't do anything stupid, with a trembling, frightened voice. You, like a complete rag, start to cry. That's very much your style. But then you even surprised me. Suddenly, your expression turned hateful, and you stopped crying. Before that, your mom tried to say something, to apologize, but you didn't hear those words. Everything was like in a fog. And what do you think happened next? I think you know and suspect what happened next. You plunge that huge knife into your mother's heart with momentum.
This fucking voice.
Blood under pressure from the heart can enter the bronchi and trachea, causing blood to be coughed up. This can occur if the injury creates a passage between the heart cavity and the large vessels of the bronchi.
Did I miss something? No, I didn't.
I'm mentioning this because, after a few seconds of shock, your mother began to cough up blood and begged you for help.
Why is she fucking smiling, dog?
You just watched it all happen, emotionless. Moreover, as she pleaded with you to help, to come to your senses, you made it even worse. You began to finish her off with the knife, with fierce hatred. I counted 28 stab wounds. And you laughed. You laughed very hard.
28 stab wounds. Didn't even give him a chance. I'm sorry. I tried so hard to hold that shit back and it just didn't happen. It didn't happen. I tried my best.
With difficulty, you dragged her body to a room. Later, you washed the blood off the floor as if nothing had happened. You propped a rag against the door to stop the smell of the corpse from spreading, closed it, and never entered again. You're probably in shock, aren't you?
I don't know. I don't know where the truth lies. Am I really capable of such a thing? Or was it not me and this isn't my house at all? It's all so strange. My head hurts. It hurts very badly. It's splitting. In the last second, I just saw darkness before my eyes had collapsed to the floor, hitting my head hard. I didn't wake up with the comfort of someone stroking my hair. In actuality, I woke up because of the terrible smell of the corpse lying next to me. I instinctively moved away from it, struggled to my feet, propped a towel against the door, and closed it. There were no more monsters, and that red one was also gone. I could consider myself safe, but what should I do? Calling emergency services is risky, because even if I'm not a murderer, I might still end up in jail. Should I check the medicine cabinet, call someone, or go to the kitchen? But for what reason? What else can I do? I honestly don't know. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm not calling 911. I'm going to the kitchen. I couldn't quite remember where exactly Morana said to go. Which way should I turn? It's a left. I know it's a left. I guess it was the right answer because there was a real kitchen. There wasn't much food in the fridge, just basic stuff. The only thing that caught my eye was a huge knife in the middle of the kitchen. But the knife wasn't blooded and it seemed like no one had used it. Just in case, I took it for self-defense and went back to my room. But what use was the knife to me? Why did I even take it? I have no idea what to do or how to get out of this situation. I have nothing. Absolutely nothing. I feel hopeless. I want to cry. I want all this to end. I want everything to be okay. I don't know what the truth is or whose body is lying in my mother's bedroom. But the fact is there's a body and I will be imprisoned. I don't want any of this. I want to hide under a blanket and sleep forever. After crying a lot, my eyes became much heavier and I want to sleep badly. I know I could forget everything if I slept. In my case, it was the best option. I lay down on my bed, comfortably covered with a blanket, and fell asleep instantly.
Hey, are you there? Wake up. Do you really think that sleep will solve all your problems?
Why are you back?
Sleep only helps to escape reality for a while, unfortunately. You're probably thinking that it would be better to not wake up at all. You might be surprised, but I think so too. Because I suffer from the fact that you're alive. I wish I could be free. Forget it. You can't help me anyway. I know you can't help yourself either. I thought there were no situations in life without a way out. But your situation, there is a way out. Honestly, but it's kind of a dead end. It's chosen when people think there's no other way. I feel sad for you. And sad to see you suffer. I'm speaking honestly, putting aside the image you've created of me. You just wanted to be healthy. Have a friend, a boyfriend, go to school. So many kids have these things, but don't appreciate them because they consider it normal. You, a lonely child, were very unlucky in life. You're actually smart and pretty. But your illness, unfortunately, you'll keep losing your mind more and more. And soon, you won't be able to distinguish imagination from reality. I feel like I should help you, even though you want to see me as a monster. It may seem untrue, but in the deepest corner of your soul, you wanted to be scared at that time. You wanted adrenaline? I don't know. In any case, monsters won't bother you anymore. And I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. I don't know what came over me. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to help. We're alone now. I know what you've been through, and you must have many questions, like whose corpse is lying in the room. I'll tell you right away, I don't know. I'm just your imagination, and I can't distinguish reality from your imagination. You must be feeling terrible right now. Let's go outside instead. Fresh air will help clear your mind. It's night now, and the sky is likely to be especially beautiful. You've hardly ever gone outside before because of your illness. How do you like the idea?
Let's go. Let's take a walk.
Let's take a walk.
I'm saving here. Holy shit. Holy cinema. This game is cinema. Absolute cinema. This game is absolute cinema. Cinema.